Like all the videos on Saigancat's channel are made possible by fans like you. Totally.
There's a book entitled Fashionable Fashion for Flunkies. Yes, it's hard being a lowly dog's body. Life at the bottom of the pile can be draining for both body and soul. So what you need is a dog's body's hood. Said to originate in the bandanas worn by pirates, this fashionable headgear not only looks great, but mysteriously empowers its wearer as well. And making one couldn't be simpler. Take a regular bandana, dye it with fresh coral, and then embellish with a tough guy tattoo. I think we can make that. Don your new creation and feel the freedom of the sea, the power of the waves, and the thrill of the deck swabber's daily duties in all that you do, or are ordered to do. Saigan discovers a new recipe for the alchemy pot. Dog's body's hood. I think that one's new. Agility and you. Many items for increasing agility utilize the agility ring as a fundamental ingredient. Take Mercury's bandana, for example. It is made by combining something that protects your head with an agility ring. True tales of the truly terrifying. The following is an absolutely true story. I heard it from my friend's sister the other day. About a month ago, she went mushroom hunting in a forest to the east. On her way back, she noticed that something was wrong. Birds were falling from the trees. Rabbits and fawns writhed on the ground in agony. All of them were foaming at the mouth. The forest is usually a place of peace, but on this day it looked more like a hell on earth. What fiendish power was behind this devilry? That's when she noticed this song. An eerie and grotesque voice, like nothing she'd ever heard before, was issuing from holes in the ground. Moments later, her sight darkened and she swooned. When she came to, she was back in her own bed. A hunter had found her unconscious body and brought her back to the village. To this day, she shudders to recall the scene. The worst part, she says, is she can't get the words of the song out of her mind. Dig, Doug, dig, dig, Doug. Another jab at Don Mole. A logbook entitled The Prince Charmles Observation Log. March 23rd. The prince was captured this morning. He had escaped from his room by fashioning a rope out of his curtains. He was undoubtedly planning to head to the casino at Baccarat. The prince remains unrepentant. June 4th. The prince was captured this afternoon. He hid himself inside of a barrel, apparently with the intention of sneaking out of the city. He even prepared a special barrel with holes in the bottom, allowing him to move when nobody was looking. The prince can be surprisingly resourceful when he wants to be. It's like he's growing up to be Solid Snake, but has somehow remained kind of chubby. I just saw one of the other politicians run by looking very pale. I wonder what was wrong with him. Ah, Prince Charmles has run off again. I can't count the number of times he's done this now. Nonplussed is the word for it. Oh, holy crap. I remember not being able to find the, this area last time I played. I got lost in this castle, if I'm remembering correctly. We'll see if it happens again. Prince Charmles shook off one of my colleagues and ran back to his room. I thought it was odd that he went so quietly in the first place. He was obviously plotting to run away, again, all along. Blah, that came out awkwardly. I really messed up this time. I was upstairs, so I couldn't respond quickly enough when the prince ran away again. He wasn't in his room, so maybe he went out onto the second floor roof and crossed over to the west wing of the castle. Hint! Hint. It's a magazine called Big Boy Wonderland. Think you're a big boy? There's a secret club out there, and it may be just what you're looking for. We can't reveal the exact location here, but believe us, it's well worth the trip. If you happen to find it, make sure to ask for Puffy. She's dynamite, with a short fuse. Row. Just lie back and let her work her magic. Believe us, you've never felt a pair like hers before. Oh yes, snuggling between them is like paradise on earth. You won't want to leave. Oh, it's so dirty. Still have not spotted a gold slime. There must be one for the castle, though. There must be. The prince just appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared into the west wing of the castle. I tried to catch him, but he slipped by. He's so fast, it's maddening. He might even be quicker than a liquid metal slime. Where does his girth come from? He's fast, he's excellent at hiding, like, he sounds like he's a ninja. And then you meet him. And it just doesn't make sense. Don't I wish I had a potion of stone giant strength when I hit story walls? Yes. You're referencing last week's BFRPG game? I was legitimately annoyed. God dang it. Who is it? Well, you can just go away. No matter how much you beg and plead, I shall not leave this room. And don't even think about forcing your way in. Trying to find his voice. If you do, I'll bite off my tongue and die. Close. Is there a way across from over here? There is. There is a way across. We need to go back up and across. I don't recall his voice being squeaky, though. I just remember it being kind of, like, nasally and annoying. I'm a floor too low. But while we're here, why? Why is that inverted? We're changing that right now. Settings. Seriously? There's nothing for that. Okay, fine. There's no first-person camera control settings. It's fine for the camera itself, but not when I'm in first-person look mode. Hang on a tick. No. No. I think this is where the mirror is. Yeah. All right, he's all... Found you, you bastard! Yay, that's all of them. Hey, Kyo Silver, how are you doing today? Stream's been going for a little over 3 hours, yeah. Been getting a lot in today, but it doesn't feel like we've really progressed at all. I was hoping to be done with Argonia, and I don't think that's going to happen now. Yeah, well, it doesn't... It just comes down to calories. Lobo. All he needs to do is create a calorie deficit. So what he's probably doing is just eating too much. Doesn't have anything to do with genes, doesn't have anything to do with stress. Yeah, it's just create a calorie deficit and you'll lose weight. Okay, we need to go down. I don't blame the prince for feeling the way he does. It's a bit unfair to expect him to fight lizards when he hates them so much, initiation or not. I saw one huge one in that storeroom the other day, actually. I tried to catch it, but it got away. I wonder if it got in through a hole somewhere. Is it this storeroom here? Is this it? Yeah. Yeah. I will definitely not be getting to Dual Magus today. It's very unlikely, unless I wind up streaming much longer than I planned to. Munchie, go!
Is there something on my head? Ick! Ick! A lizard! What's it doing here? Get it out! Get it out!
Good work, Munchie. Can always count on Munchie to get things done. How much longer am I going to stream? Like half an hour, at least. 40 minutes. Yeah, I have tabletop tonight. I need to get videos cut. So I can't spend too much time. It appears to be the diary of a female royal official. Of course, I never go anywhere without wearing my scholar's specs. They're simply perfect for an uncommonly quick-witted girl like me. But my hat, oh, it's a disaster, so hideously uncultured. If only I had a hat that reflected my superior intelligence, as well as my spectacles do. I suspect that I could combine the scholar's specs with a hat to make the perfect piece of headwear, but I simply couldn't bear to sacrifice them. What to do? What to do? I lie awake at night fretting about it. You know, it isn't easy being a beautiful genius. Magical hat and scholar's specs. Ba 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 dum. Do 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 do. The prince was just taken off by one of the soldiers not 2 minutes ago. The poor thing. No doubt King Clavius will be having a few strong words to say to him in the throne room about now. I heard a terrible scream from the room below. It sounds like it must have been Prince Charmles. Ba-da-la-la-la. I do wish the prince would know when to stop this tomfoolery and get on with the initiation like he's supposed to. Hopefully he'll have learnt by now that trying to run away or hide just won't work. Hopefully. Hopefully. When Prince Charmles ran out of that room, he was in quite the most hysterical panic. He must really hate lizards. Poor Prince Charmles was seized by the soldiers the second he ran out of that room. And do you know what he said? That if only it wasn't for that lizard, he could have stood at least another 3 days in there. Seriously, where is his weight coming from? He must go without food on a regular basis. Cake. It's just cake. Seed of Strength. Do we want to save this one for a strength ring? I think we might want to. Although the problem with using the seeds on alchemy is that most of the items you get from alchemy, I don't seem to recall them being endgame worthy. Whereas the seeds are a permanent boost. Breach! What up, Breach? Okay. Let's get a picture of Prince. Damn it!
Ah, perfect timing. Allow me to introduce my son. This is Prince Charmles, the future king of Argonia.
What is all this, Father? Why are you wasting my time with this whiff-waff?
This whiff-waff.
They're going to protect you during the initiation. They will need to know who you are.
Initiation? Who said anything about the initiation? I don't recall agreeing to that. I hate lizards. How many times do I have to tell you?
Listen carefully, Charmles. Enough is enough. I am aware of your aversion to the initiation, but it remains your duty to complete it. You won't be able to marry Princess Medea until you prove your worth.
Well, I don't care about getting married anyway.
You're making a mistake, Charmles. I hear Princess Medea is... boom! You understand what I'm saying?
We all understand what you're saying, King Clavius.
Wow.
Now, have you reconsidered?
You can leave me out of this, thank you.
Poor Jess.
Anyway, my son, do you realize what people say about you behind your back? This is your chance to prove yourself, to show the world you are a man. These people can assure your safety. Well, Charmles, do you accept?
Yes? Wait, no. I mean, oh, I don't know.
I heard a yes. That's my prince. I'll ensure that everyone believes you're doing it on your own. You will leave now. Hide yourself in the wagon at the city gates and await your bodyguards.
Right now?
White now.
Chancellor, accompany Charmles to the gate. The prince is leaving for his initiation. Summon the royal guards. The prince must have a fittingly ostentatious send-off.
It shall be as you wish, Your Majesty.
Ah, but wait! I'm not ready yet!
Off at last. I wish you luck. And remember, your mission is top secret. Charmles will explain the details of the initiation himself. Fulfill my request, and you have my word that the magic mirror shall be yours.
I'm telling you, Lobo, it's science and math. Create a calorie deficit, and you lose weight. Too bad DQ isn't like Dark Souls, where you can kill NPCs. It would be amazing to kill Prince Charmles, but that would also make beating the game very hard. It's unfortunate that we need him. Ah, that was hard to say. Yeah, and I'm sorry, Lobo, but I don't buy it. Weight just doesn't come from nowhere. As you spend energy, you burn calories. Create a calorie deficit, and anyone will lose weight. I'm disagreeing so hard. Alchemy pot. The trick is to do it consistently. Oh wait, alchemy recipes. Untried recipes. Robe of Serenity! I knew it. I knew you'd be able to do something now. Oh, and we can make a dog's body hood. This is definitely new. I don't remember this at all. Yay, dog's body hood! And... whoops, no, untried. A Robe of Serenity. I disagree that bodily stress can't make you sick. When it's been proved thousands of times that stress can make you sicker than a dog. No, I totally agree with that. Yes, stress can make you sick, but unless it is keeping you from exercising, stress isn't going to cause you to gain or retain weight. So long as you create that calorie deficit, you will lose weight. Yeah, you can buy tough guy tattoos. That one's not a concern, Truth. It's the skull helms, I think, that are the bigger issue in making the timbrels. I'm pretty sure too. Let's check the guide real quick. But I'm like really, really certain on that one. Oh, my poor guide. I need to get a new one. Tough guy tattoos by Argonia during and after the bazaar. Yep. All right, we got some new items to equip. Bag. Rah! I'm using the seed. Haha! All right, transfer, probably Angus. Yeah. Oh, look at that! That's 10 better than the slime crown. Oh my god, who is calling me now? Oh my god, it was the same solicitor. It was the same one. I don't yell at people on the phone often, but goddamn. Wow, so this is actually not better than what Jess already has. Okay. Game collecting question to test if I'm just being a snob, Saigan. Would you spend 5 to 10% more for an original boxed game as opposed to a Game of the Year or Greatest Hits edition? Would you pass up on a decent deal because it was Game of the Year or Greatest Hits. It depends on what it is. But in some cases, yes, I would spend more to get an original Black Label as opposed to a Greatest Hits version of the game. There's some standout cases where original labels have interesting things on them. They get corrected later. For example, the original release of Final Fantasy X was the last, I want to say it was the last Squaresoft made game before the merger, where it became Square Enix. Yeah, Red Label was Greatest Hits on the PS2. And it's cool because the original Black Label of Final Fantasy X says Square Enix. The Greatest Hits version or the original Black Label says Squaresoft. The Greatest Hits version says Square Enix. So it depends on what it is, and it depends on my interest in it. Prince Charmles has set off for the initiation. I don't believe it. Impossible. I want to stay at the inn, sir. Everyone was saying how much the prince hated the idea of the initiation. How can he have changed his mind so suddenly? Ugh! Just let me stay at the inn, you dick! I'm so mad. Do we have to leave and then come back? Might have to leave and come back. Tate, go away, you asshole. What's with all the interruptions? I get close to the end of the stream and interruptions happen. No, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm getting out the Nerf gun. That got rid of him.
That stinky old wagon is far too small for me.
Because you're too fat, Charmles.
Maybe I could stretch my legs if you got rid of that worthless pot.
You little bastard. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. You were given a lot of shit earlier for not picking up FF9 Green Label for $8. See, I'd pick up FF9 for $8. Even Greatest Hits version, it's still FF9. I'd say that was a good deal.
Good grief! What's that? What kind of people are you traveling with a freak like that?
Here, Grandad. You'd have bitten my head off if I said something like that. I'm a king, you half-witted twat.
So great.
Come a little closer. Look at us. Don't you see? We can't tell him his fiancée has turned into a horse. Much better to keep the truth a secret for now. Make sure everyone knows to keep it under their hats. Prince Charmless! What is our destination?
It's Charmles, you clot. Just head east. Eventually we'll come to the royal hunting ground. That's where the initiations take place. Oh, and before I forget... This vial contains a powder that masks human scent. You must sprinkle it on yourselves before we enter the royal hunting ground. Argon lizards are very sensitive to smell. If they get wind of our unmasked scent, they'll run away. In other words, we've got to smell like lizards to fight lizards. I'm supposed to be doing this by myself, so I shall be staying in the wagon until we arrive. I'll alight upon arrival, and we shall then proceed on foot. Now get a move on, you lazy rascals!
There's a stream right here. I could just push him in. I could push him in, I could drown him, and just tell him, sorry, your highness, King Clavius, your son was eaten by a lizard. I did my best, but he's just too fat. Little bastard. A little bastard.